Well, we're here today. We're rolling out the Heartsafe programme for Leicestershire schools. So the aim is to give all the school children aged 14 and above in Leicestershire CPR life-saving skills. Obviously, they can take that out into the community, use them at school if they need to. And the idea is obviously as you know, years go by and the children come through schools, we'll have thousands and thousands of people with these skills in the community. And when you see the figures, you know, talk about a 10% chance of survival in this country, where in other places around the world where similar programs have been used, that goes up to 40, near 50%, which is a lot of people, obviously over even a year, never mind 10, 15, 20 years. So giving kids that opportunity to learn CPR skills and know about defibrillators, and then getting those defibs in the community and in schools as well is what it's all about. So it's a fantastic day. I'm patron of the Joe Humphreys Memorial Trust. Joe was a 14-year-old schoolboy who died in October 2012, went out for a jog. He had an unknown about heart condition that unfortunately killed him, and Joe collapsed after a run in the street. When he was found, a passerby tried to save Joe with CPR. Unfortunately, wasn't successful. If he'd been found a bit earlier, he may have been more fortunate. But it's also awareness about these heart conditions can happen, while obviously rarer in young children, can happen in children from age sort of 14 upwards, and they talk about 12 a week dying in the UK of that. So that all links in with it as well, the Joe Humphreys Trust. So it's been a fantastic event, actually, a really worthwhile and a good event, and a good start to bringing this into the whole of Leicestershire.
My name is David Marshall. I'm a survivor. My story, I'll cut it very short. It was Thursday night. I went down to the pub and says, "Hi everybody, I'm okay, nothing the matter with me." Friday morning, 5:45, I'm dead. My wife found me. She brought me back with CPR, but because I was on the bed, then CPR on a bed is no good. Eventually, the ambulance people got me onto the floor, gave me CPR. They also shocked me, and then they put me in the ambulance off to Leicester Royal Infirmary, shocked me on the way, and eventually I landed up in Glenfield, where 3 weeks later I had an ICD fitted that is now my saviour. Without CPR, without the defibrillator, I wouldn't be here to tell the tale.
My name is Mohammed Mullah. I'm from Carnell's Community College.
I'm Halima Polly, and I'm from the same school.
Okay, and what you guys learned today?
Today we learned about CPR and cardiac arrest, and how it can affect
how it can save someone's life, and where we learned how many compressions, 30 compressions we need to save someone's life, and how to do mouth to mouth.
just small things that will change someone's life.
My name is John Long, and I'm 7 months old tomorrow, because 7 months ago I had a cardiac arrest after cycling for 5 hours. Luckily, there was a young lady in a pub who knew CPR and kept me alive for 17 minutes while the first air ambulance came, and then because they couldn't get me in the air ambulance, a normal ambulance as well came, and they then gave me the shock, the defibrillator, and then they took me into Leicester Royal Infirmary, where they had to shock me another 2 times to get me going. And then I was put into, like Michael Schumacher, I can only think of the German, künstliches Koma, into a coma.
So induced coma.
Where I was for 3 days, and I remember nothing from 3 days before the event and 7 days after. But once I came around, I was all right, and my wife knew I was okay because I was flirting with the nurses.
So the person that gave you CPR, they were vital part of your survival?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The young lady who gave me the CPR was a gymnast and then a gymnastics teacher, and for the gymnastics teaching she had to learn CPR, and she just happened to be in the pub and it was absolutely wonderful what she did. When she went home after the 17 minutes, she just was exhausted, but she knew she'd saved somebody's life. Well, she thought she'd saved somebody's life. She found out 2 months later when we visited her that she did.
Today has been a collaborative event to try and get Heart Start really going in schools, so that there's a whole body, a whole cohort of school kids who can know and understand and do CPR. That way they can help save someone's life. If you can get on and do CPR very early, then the chances of surviving go from 10% to over 50%. This is a fantastic chance for the whole of Leicester and Leicestershire to really get on the ball and give a chance of life to people.